What is a woman? Can you tell me that? Well, you're at the Women's March. You must have some idea. Please, if one person could tell me what a woman is.
You are not here for women. We ask you to leave.
What is that?
Matt Walsh and his film, I was gonna say many other things about that film. What is a woman? It's been highly anticipated by conservatives that want to keep pushing this division and hatred towards certain groups of people, and he's obliged and he's making money off it. But the one problem is in order to make money off it, he's trying to promote it on Elon Musk's Twitter. There's a problem with that though, because the Daily Wire, who Matt Walsh works with, said this about this launch. Twitter cancels the deal with the Daily Wire to stream What is a Woman over misgendering, and will label the film, quote, hateful conduct. This is what they said inside that article. After Elon Musk's takeover of the social media platform and his promised dedication to free speech, the Daily Wire sought a deal to stream his What is a Woman on Twitter for the documentary's 1-year anniversary. It's been out for a minute. And initially, Twitter responded enthusiastically to the idea, even offering the Daily Wire a package to purchase a whole page for Twitter users to view the film, is what Boring said. And that changed after the platform asked to view a screening of the film. And this is Jeremy Boring, the head there over at Daily Wire, talking about that. He says Twitter canceled that deal with the Daily Wire to premiere What is a Woman for free on the platform because of 2 instances of, quote, misgendering, because apparently misgendering isn't a word. And he says, I'm not kidding. And he talked about it in a thread. Not only him, because look, remember Daily Wire had issues with Steven Crowder with over money and contracts and how much they'd give him, and if they cut him off if he said something super offensive because his name is Steven Crowder. Either way it goes, he even defended the Daily Wire on this back and forth. They are mad at Twitter and Elon. Watch.
We were going to potentially at one point co-stream to Twitter, and we saw some warning signs behind the scenes that I don't know. Again, this is something I've been and of course, I've had my differences with Jeremy and Daily Wire. Of course, I think this is absolutely wrong. And Matt Walsh, especially if they pay for the package, no, they're absolutely right. And I think that it's great that he's getting his film out there. It's a message that needs to be heard.
Yes.
And it's remarkable that Twitter, and we said this would happen with Twitter, and this is the problem I have. Look, everyone knows YouTube, right? They're out in the open right now. You know exactly where they line up. When you have people putting on your team jersey, people at Twitter who think that they're on your side and they're not, that is far more dangerous than knowing who the enemy is. This is the issue. This is the issue. There is no way to have a sustainable movement if you are dependent on big tech.
Did I hear that wrong? When you have people at Twitter that are putting your team jersey on, then it's even more devastating when they do something like this. I remember this guy named Elon Musk said he bought Twitter to make sure that it was free speech across the board. Not to put a team jersey on, then disappoint that team by not tilting the scales towards them in their favor. It's like they're lying or something. Still, Elon Musk had some explaining to do, Francesca. This is what he said. Graphic 5, let's jump to that, please. He says this is a mistake by many people at Twitter. Way to take personal responsibility there, conservative guy. It's definitely allowed. Whether or not you agree with using someone's preferred pronouns, not doing so is at most rude and certainly breaks no laws. I should note that I do personally use someone's preferred pronouns, just as I would someone's preferred name, simply from the standpoint of good manners. However, for the same reason I object to rude behavior, ostracism, or threats of violence if the wrong pronoun or name is used. Weird that that's the line here, Francesca, after first saying, hey, it wasn't me, I'm just the guy who keeps telling you how Twitter is me and me and me and me until there's an issue with some conservatives and decisions that were made. Now it's no longer me, it's many other people at Twitter. Which people? Which people that are apparently still on the payroll, because you fired anybody that you didn't want there. Apparently they work still for you. But lastly, that last part, there's still that last twist of ostracism or threats of violence if the wrong pronoun is used. You mean ostracism or the threats of violence if someone says, hey, here, call me she, or call me they, or call me he? You talking about that kind? Or do you mean after they say that and then they're lambasted and attacked incessantly, then what do? There's this army of folks with pronouns that are coming to hurt you if you go, please stop hurting me, all you trans folks that are very aggressive. Well, we know they tried that line as well. I've talked enough. What are you thinking?
No, I think you're right. I mean, it's that's what it comes down to, is just like, I can't believe that the alpha male unit of the far right or the free speech warriors can't deal with people's pronouns. They just, they're so fragile. Like, you, again, Stop telling on yourself. Happy Pride, everybody, okay? Live your truth, stop telling on yourself. If you're feeling extra fragile, extra homophobic, do some digging this month, okay? Look at all the folks living their effing lives and loving who they wanna love. But this is just, look, we're like, what, 2 weeks into after him naming a new CEO to the head of Twitter, Linda Yaccarino. I don't know. I had just assumed she's basically there to be the face where Elon continues to pull the strings. But hey, maybe this was a move that she made, and it's like, yeah, we've seen a dramatic increase in hate speech since Elon Musk came into, at the helm. So we could deal with 5% less hate speech against trans people on our very hateful against trans people platform. That might have been a smart corporate decision, I could see that. So it just, so him saying that makes me feel like, yeah, he's abdicated this particular role and responsibility. And once again, the right freaks out on it until, and for me, it's until Twitter relents and will absolutely allow Matt Walsh to publish this, ridiculous documentary. And there we go. And they will have won yet again. And big tech once again will have actually sided with them until the next time around, and they'll cry, oh, they're being persecuted by big tech.
I'm glad you said until they relent, because it has happened. Let's go down to graphic 6. This is what Matt Walsh tweeted out in response to Daily Wire, saying, it's the movie that they really don't want you to see. And they pointed it out and they said, watch it. And it was allowed. And Matt Walsh was quite happy. And I wanted you guys to, again, I want you to understand the way that this was written. It'd be celebratory, you would think, because look, they're trying to make more money and have more people buy into the hate. The film has been shared 30,000 times in just the last couple of hours, is what Matt Walsh is saying. Once again, the left's efforts to censor and suppress have backfired in spectacular fashion. What a great way to ring in Pride Month. Okay, graphic 3 again, if you guys can pull that. The head of Daily Wire, who I would assume is the boss of Matt Walsh, said Twitter cancel the deal with the Daily Wire to premiere What Is a Woman. When has Twitter become the left? Only when Matt Walsh, you can get up off that. Only once Matt Walsh says the left has come again for us and we win yet again. Here's some more BS with that last part of the line. So it's the Elon Musk and Twitter is the left. I thought you guys were celebrating how it's not that anymore.
Right.
Doesn't make any sense. Also, at the back end of that, the left's efforts to censor and suppress have backfired in spectacular fashion. Not for the first time, but once again. So if the left keeps suppressing and trying to limit free speech and they keep losing, what are you bitching about? Don't you keep winning? All it is to keep you angry, aggressive, and thinking that there's some boogeymen coming for you. Even when you get your way, you go, see what we did? They never win. It's the same thing with Biden. Biden can't think until he's the mastermind behind everything that's bad in the world. Which one is it? Which one is it?